You are listening to Sharing Abundance, an In Time Tech podcast. We love the support and thank you for listening. Enjoy!
Hey listeners, hope you all are doing good. Welcome back to another episode of ITT podcast Sharing Abundance. This is the second episode. If you have not listened to the first episode yet, please do listen to it and subscribe to our channel. We are your hosts, Ritvik and Harshita, and today we are back with another amazing guest. He is one of the next generation leaders here at In Time Tec. He's a senior project manager and a learn and grow coach. We have with us Mr. Yatin Yogi. Welcome, Yatin.
Thank you, Ashita. Thank you, Ritvik.
So we'll start our conversation with listening to experiences before joining In Time Tec and after joining In Time Tec. Like, what was your life journey?
Okay. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate you both. Actually, today I listened that podcast first release, and you did a great job. So, thanks for this initiative, and thanks for creating this. Actually, it's truly creating abundance.
Thanks,
you.
Yatin.
Yeah. So, your question, like before joining In Time Tec and after joining In Time Tec.
Yeah.
So, before joining In Time Tec, there were certain things in life, like um, which I was doing for living, and not aware of certain things. So I was focused towards my career that was very much limited in the IT field. But when I joined In Time Tec, and the platform which I got, where it was beyond that, like IT related stuff, life. That is what, like, I am following. I am going to complete my 10 years in Time Tec in June. So this is amazing journey so far, and I'm keep learning and keep implementing those things. So I could not imagine actually that who I am today and who I was because of that learning, and excited for future.
So, like you said, you are going to complete 10 years in upcoming June. So, when you were joining Intimetec, did you ever imagine that you will be here for 10 years?
So I did not. When I joined In Time Tec, it was yet another company, because when you came out of the college, okay, and you go and seek for a job, that is for your living. So there is no attachment towards any platform or anything. So that's how it started for me also. And I started here my career, and then I continue there with a lot of learnings. And then few things were there where I was always curious in my life. That is to know about life, why I am the way I am, and what is causing suffering inside me, and a lot of things actually that generally we lost uh, by the time we grow in our life. And I found this platform where I was able to get those tools and skills, where I was getting present to that yes, there is certain way for to know those things also in life. And that is what, like, which attracted me. And when I become a part of that journey, where I was no more a gainer actually, but I was also part of that creation. So then there is no chance to leave this platform, where this was a journey where I started with the consumption that I was getting something and I was applying that. And in that journey, now I become In Time Tec.
That's great. And actually, before joining Intimetec, so did you go for another jobs? Like for us, it was like I and Harshita joined recently. So for us, it is already a good name. Like when we are coming out of colleges, we know that there is a company named In Time Tech. But when you joined 10 years back, so it was not so big, I guess. So how did you land here at Intimetec?
So when I joined actually in Jaipur office, we were almost 60 employees. So I think I was one of them, those 60 employees. And last week we celebrated 1,000 employees, right?
Yeah.
So I was a witness. I'm the witness of that amazing journey from those 100 to 1,000 people overall. So uh, before I used to work in another company and then I came here. Definitely in my previous company, there were a lot of people compared to Intimetec at that time. Okay. But one significant difference I saw actually uh, that in other companies also, I used to talk my other friends also that nobody is focusing on people part. People in the sense you come, you deliver and you go. Okay. And big MNCs, we see like, people has some concern about that they are on bench, not getting like, even enough opportunities to learn and all that, all different actually. But even if they got project, okay, still it is very phony relationship where you joined there for some designation. There is a work assigned, you complete that, then you go home. That's how it is. This is the platform where I found that this is not about that. Multiple times I heard our leaders also, Jeet also said that we happen to build software. Okay, so this is the platform which is taking deep interest in people and deep interest in people so that they can they can enable people to get the best potential out of them, right? So that's what I observed here. Okay, and I was a kind of person who was always looking for these things. My past life or whatever the reason was that. So that's where like, I set my tuning very well to that. And then I found every day amazing when I found a lot of opportunities to learn those things. And it was great when I started working with people, okay, and become a part of that creation there.
That's great.
So, since you were a part of the organization when it was a 60 people company and now it is 1,000 people's company, so how do you feel that now those 1,000 people would be in the same platform or domain where they would be um, focusing on the people part, and they would then create the people part in future as well? So, how do you feel about this creation or this kind of the group which we have created or the organization, the way it's building the future? And then if any by any means, if the people are going to expand the domain, whether the learn and grow or the learn and code, how would it affect the in time text journey and as well as the people's journey?
Yeah. So when 60 people were there, I think in Learn and Grow, we used to have around 15 to 20 people at that time, where Jeet was directly leading Learn and Grow. And today we have 200 people. Okay. So if you ask me, honestly, I don't feel much difference there. Okay. The only difference I see in generation. Okay. At that time, there were a lot of listening. People used to provide. Okay. They were like, I would not say today not focused, but the people were like, the hunger of learning was there. Okay. Now you can see a lot of stuffs are available. Internet is available. So people are already learning a lot of things from internet. So they are very sharp. They challenge you when you go and talk to people and like, uh, give them a different perspective to think. Okay. So for me, from that to now, I don't see much difference. I could experience still the same creation when I'm part of offsites which Jeet is leading, which I used to experience at that time. Okay. So even if we'll become 10,000 actually, we all are a single voice and we are very much focused towards people. creation in their life. So I don't see, right? Now, how many people will be benefited actually? If it will be 10,000, so most of people would be benefited. No doubt about that. And I don't have doubt about that also. If 60 to 1,000 we can become, then 1,000 to 10,000 also we can become.
Yeah, and as you were sharing that people are not listening nowadays. So like this is something you see as a generation gap, or you see it like it is a good thing, or it is not so good thing?
I'm not sharing that people are not listening. I'm sharing that giving their listening actually. Okay. What I learned from my coach actually, that for learning things, you need unlearning first. Okay. Unlearning in the sense, few things in your life you used to see in a particular perspective. And if you continue seeing those with that perspective, it is tough to create a listening there. And at that time, since resources were not available, like 1 GB internet was very costly. So not everyone, especially college student who were seeking for job, they could not afford that much internet. And today you see everyone is having internet, and that is unlimited. So they have a lot of resources available. Okay. So they are already learning few things. Now, how much they are implementing, okay, how they are understanding those things, that is different. Okay. So when you are not unlearning, it is difficult there, right? So it's not like they are not giving listening. Okay. But at times it is very easy to write on a blank slate compared to remove something, okay, and then write.
So
That's
they're
how it
being
is.
rigid about their old perspectives that they have.
Not rigid, I would say, but if someone is spending time in learning, okay, for a human being it becomes tough to accept which is a different perspective. Okay. And then here in London, in Time Tech, actually we believe in love, and love is not weak, right? So love is not weak means people learn how to become comfortable with your uncomfortness. Okay. And when you put someone in an uncomfortable situation, okay, there is always a resistance, right? So today, where people has a lot of options, okay, so I would say, and number of people also increasing, okay, so that's a difference I'm experiencing from that to now.
So connecting to the previous question, I would like to ask that how would a person unlearn some things from his or her life, which is the main part for learning something new, as you shared.
Okay, so that depends actually, that what you want, what is your choice. Okay, as see, in time take not to prove anything. Okay, 60 people we were, 1,000 people we are. Okay, people like me, I'm not the only one who is completing 10 years. There are a lot in the list. Okay, so there is nothing to be proved. Okay, and we believe that what we say we do. Okay, when we say that people interest is there, people comes first. Okay, we do that. There are a lot of instances that you both are aware there.
Yeah.
Right? Even recently, when our CEO came here, okay, he took care of a lot of offsites and touch 400 people there, where those all people got a chance to meet him directly. Okay, and what it goes behind those offsites, you both are aware, right? Because you,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
right, lot of learning, lot of preparation, right, before that. So in time take, no need to prove anything, right? So that trust people have to give to this platform. Okay, and that's where that unlearning start with the willingness. So if you trust in this platform, if you trust in your coach, that there is a possibility, it is not about the coach or in time tech, it is about you as a person, and there is a possibility to become a better human being. Okay, that would automatically start. Okay, where whatever the things that you have in your mind, if you unlearn and start learning from new perspective, okay, and then experience, and you always have right to ask questions, right? So that's how it happened, Ashita.
That's great actually.
Yeah. So talking about offsites, so how is your learn and grow experience? I was one of your mentees, so I had a great experience being with you. But how is your experience being with so many different people?
Yes. So Learn and Grow is a platform actually where, like I told you, right, that it's a platform where we enable people, where they get to know their constraints and how to remove those constraints, so that they can perform with their great potential. And if I talk my journey about Learn and Grow, actually it's a parallel journey, okay, where one side I am being a coach, coaching people. Another side, I am learning that how to be a coach there. So it's been 3 4 years where I am leading people in Learn and Grow, and then coaching people there. So I believe that by birth, human beings are self-expressive, powerful, and complete. But when we are growing up, right, we learn few things from society, we learn few things from our, surroundings, and that's where we learn how to perceive things, okay, and then our mind interpret things, okay. That's where a little bit impurity comes in human being, okay. Impurity is a big word actually, but a little bit different perspective comes.
Yeah, some change in
Okay.
decisions as well.
Exactly, right. So, and that's where suffering starts. So is there any platform where you can go back and become that kid, right? Lot of time in offsite you heard Jeet actually that I sleep like a baby, right? So that's the experience of enlightenment. So people who are seeking to that particular, the spiritual growth and all, that's what I read a lot, okay. So that is the experience I feel, right? And this is the platform where I can see that a proper structure is there, okay, a direction is there, and tools and skills are there, so that you can get those knowing, and it's your choice to apply those knowing on yourself, and then creation happen. So you both are the, part of that creation, where not thinking about yourself, but contribution mindset. That is we call creating abundance also. Like you started this initiative, right, and it is going to touch many people and inspire many people to do something different in their life. So that's what Learn and Grow. So my journey so far, I learned a lot, that how to coach people. I learned from you also, my coach also, okay, and with the different people every year with whom I'm coaching. And parallelly, I'm getting coaching also from Jeet, where I'm learning actually a lot of things about my life also, because I always believe that leadership is a journey without mountain. So no matter how much you learn, okay, I'll continue learning till last day of my life.
That's beautiful. Okay, so facing challenges in your early stages of your life and after being a part of Learn and Grow and coaching as well in Learn and Grow, how do you think your decision making and your choices have been affected? Or how did you started thinking?
Yeah, so I'll tell you that how it affected a person, like that it was, I think, 2006 7, uh, and I was um, I came in my engineering, and for engineering to pay that fees, actually, I was looking for education loan. So it's the story of every middle class person actually who always look for loan, actually education loans in India. And for that, actually, there was a clause that we need a guarantor who can guarantee your loan. So if you cannot pay it back to bank, actually, they'll pick that guarantor for that loan. And that was a time where it was very difficult for me, that someone can come and guarantee my loan. And at that time, first time I faced that life is not easy. Okay. So when I look back after, like where I am today, and when I look back that situation, so I think that there were two choices. One is actually that situation and lot of situation before that also, even where money was required, okay, and it was not there, right? Like there was no space for want, need versus want. For need, things were happening, but for want, no space for want. And even mind became in a way where want was not there in mind. Okay. So somewhere I compromised with that. Okay. And there was a, like, somewhere a goal was there that, okay, when I'll reach to that position, okay, I'll take care of this for my family. And that's how it started actually. So if when I look back, okay, when people got stuck, if I would have got stuck there, so there would have been a very weak relationship with money. Okay. And how I see myself without this all knowing, that I continued after that. I joined a IT company, I grow there. Okay. And my focus towards just earning money. And when I'm retiring, okay, I'm retiring with a lot of money. But when the day of my retirement, I asked a question that am I happy? Whatever I created, with that, am I happy? Okay, and answer is no. Something else wanted, right? So that is what this platform gave me actually, that thinking. Okay. With this platform, the knowing I got actually, with that, I can say that I'm not stuck there. I don't have weak relationship with that. Those situations are there. I remind those situations, and it gave me motivation. Okay. Motivation that other people who are in the similar situation, how I can assist them not with some giving them money, but giving them a path actually, that how they can enable themselves and don't get stuck there. Okay. And that's what motivates me also today. So that's a perspective different I got from my previous life to this life, where I have a lot of knowing in last 10 years. Ashita.
So that's where your leadership started actually, because you were having scarcity. That's when you thought you will create that abundance or that path for the coming generation and the people, that they won't face the same challenges as you did, right?
Absolutely. And even we have values also, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Trust, transparency, integrity, and leadership. I believe leadership is a superset of all three, because in a journey of leadership, okay, you earn trust of people, you practice to live with integrity, right? And you have to be transparent. Okay, you operate from a place where no fear. Okay, and when you are not in fear, okay, there is a lot of transparency. You are not afraid of anything there. You are self-expressive, right? So that's where, for me, before joining in Time Tech, in my childhood, leadership was something where I feel that I am in a need. Someone came, pick my hand, and help me in that need. That person was leader for me. My father, my mother, they were always leader for me at that time. And that's what raw things I knew about leadership. They are still leader for me in my life. Okay. But when I came here, I get to know that what it takes to become that person, where you become that person for others also, where you don't have blood relationship. Okay. How to love people. That's what I learned. Right. So that raw thing become very structured. Okay. And I'm keep learning those tools and skills.
That's beautiful. Over to you.
So one last question from my side, Yatin. So when we are talking about learn and grow, and I, for myself, I feel that it is a great platform, and the clarity that I got from Learn and Grow, learning from you and Jeet and other people, it was great. So being a coach, what do you think, like what is the right age to start this process of Learn and Grow? And if it goes out of In Time Tech sometime, if we open the platform for everyone outside, so what can be the correct age for people to enroll in it?
So I would say it should be part of our academics. Okay. Okay. So whenever people start or kids start learning, actually, uh, parents emphasize towards science, commerce, those things. And this part is always neglected, right? So you can become a great scientist, you can become a CA, being a commerce background. Okay. But if you don't know that how to handle failure, if you don't know that why you do what you do, right? If you don't know that what it means when we talk about responsibility and ownership, right? So then no one is there, like, where someone can come and teach you those things. Okay. So I would say the very early age where we are growing as a kid. Okay. That is the time where in certain form, certain content, this is something should be started. Okay. And then this reach to a place further where people can start self-analyze, right? There are a lot of things available. Okay. And this I relate to my coach Jeet actually. Okay. No one was there learn and grow coach for Jeet, right? He started by himself by observing things. Okay. I am a lot of influence to Sadhguru also. And that is one thing which I learned actually. That lot of thing in the universe you can learn by being present and observing things, whatever happening around you. Okay. But for that, some preliminary study is required, some preliminary learning is required. Okay. That I think we can give at that time. Right. So it is like, once you learn few things, you will keep learning. And uh, when every young person, okay, who is very clear about his thought process, that what he wants in his life and what he wants to create, what it means to contribute, okay, you can imagine the world, lot of peace, right, a lot of creations, there is no scarcity. Okay. And that's why In Time Tech got created, right? Creating abundance, that is our motto, right? So I can see lot of abundance in society, in world, with those kind of people who are genuinely learn and grow graduates.
To sum up, it is like when people are getting matured.
Yeah.
And also in a thoughtful process, there is a Dalai Lama quote or a template you have seen that if you start teaching kids meditation from their 6th grade, there would be no wars. There would be only peace and there would be sharing.
Yeah, exactly. So that is a great thought.
Yeah. Even meditation is something where people starts when they are suffering, Harshita.
Exactly
So
true.
if suffering will not be there, if they know how to handle failure, if not, if they know that life may throw anything at any point, right? Nothing is in your control. Life will never happen the way you want it to happen. What is in your control is your actions, and they are very complete about that. Then there won't be any suffering, and they don't need meditation. Right? Jesus said like that. Doing work is a meditation for me. Okay, and that's the state actually where I want each person's psyche should be there. Where doing work is a meditation. When I do work, okay, I feel meditated, right? So a lot of creation possible with that.
That's a great thought. So thanks, Yatin, for spending time with us. And thanks all the listeners for spending your time listening to us. Please stay tuned for the next episode. And do like if you like the episode and share it with other people. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Sharing Abundance. Be sure to visit our website and check out our other episodes at intimetec.com. That is INTIMETEC.com. Thanks again for listening.